St. Joseph Academy, Woodridge, and Notre Dame-Cathedral Latin meet tonight on Academic Challenge.
Academic Challenge is brought to you by Westfield Insurance. And now, here's the host of Academic Challenge, Jason Nicholas.
Hey there, good evening. I'm Jason Nicholas, and welcome to Academic Challenge. The challenge is simple. Tonight, these three teams will compete for points by answering questions covering math, science, history, and other topics. First, though, let's take a look at our team standings, because at the end of the season, the top three scoring teams will return for our championship showdown, but these points are very important for another reason. Westfield Insurance will grant $20,000 to the top 10 schools that compete this season on Academic Challenge. Let's get started our opening match. It is the lightning round. In this round, all three teams compete. We award 10 points for a correct answer. We'll subtract 10 points for an incorrect or no answer. We start each team tonight with 100 points, and here we go. Lots of people have nicknames, including many people of great historical significance. What famous people had the following nicknames? Born around 1412, this French girl was known as the Maid of Orleans. Notre Dame.
St. Joan of Arc.
St. Joan of Arc, is that okay? Judge will give you that, absolutely. This 9th U.S. president was nicknamed Old Tippecanoe. St. Joe's.
William Henry Harrison.
Harrison is right. This Austrian doctor was the father of psychoanalysis. St. Joseph.
Freud.
Freud is correct. This World War II German general was known as the Desert Fox. St. Joseph.
Rommel.
That is right. The Wizard of Menlo Park was this American. St. Joseph.
Edison.
Thomas Edison, correct. This English playwright and poet was called the Bard of Avon.
Shakespeare.
St. Joseph. St. Shakespeare's right. The Lady with the Lamp was this nursing pioneer. St. Joseph.
Nightingale.
Nightingale is right. The Lone Eagle was this first pilot to fly solo across the Atlantic. St. Joseph. Lindbergh is correct. The Serpent of the Nile was this ancient Egyptian queen. Notre Dame.
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra is right. For our final lightning round question, let's go over to Cleveland Councilman T.J. Dow.
Here at League Park, Cleveland's historic baseball field, sports fan once cheered such immortal players as Cy Young, Joe DiMaggio, and what slugger nicknamed the Sultan of SWAT?
Notre Dame.
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth is correct, and that does it for our opening round. We'll be back and meet the teams as Academic Challenge continues.
Just like anything can happen in the game you're about to watch, anything can happen in life. That's why there's Westfield Insurance.
Our employees and agency partners are here for you when the unexpected happens. Help put the pieces back together and give you peace of mind.
In addition to high school quiz shows, we support programs like teen driver safety and community involvement.
The bottom line is that we value what you value.
So thanks for tuning in. Now let's watch these sharp young minds compete in what's sure to be an exciting match.
Tonight's judge from Cuyahoga Community College is Mary Kay Bitterman, Director of Technology Academy. Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Thanks for watching us tonight. Now it is time for a mix-it-up round here. The questions were 20 points. There's no penalty for an incorrect answer. If a team answers all 6 questions correctly, they'll receive those very important 25 bonus points. Let's take some time now, learn about team number 1 from St. Joseph Academy. With nearly 700 students and founded in 1890, St. Joseph Academy is a Catholic all-girls high school in Cleveland, educating young women from over 60 communities. The school is located on a 35-acre campus overlooking the Rocky River Reservation. For more than 120 years, the Academy has provided an excellent education by offering challenging courses like Mandarin Chinese, pre-engineering, and also allowing each student to achieve her best. Carrie is the captain of St. Joseph Academy. Carrie, you're the president of the AC Jaguars. Tell us more.
Yes, I'm the president of Academic Jaguars, which is our trivia team, and I'm also a member of National Honor Society, and I'm a Eucharistic minister.
All right, very good. Over to Haley. Haley, you're in the book club. Tell us more about Haley.
I am a junior. I am in chess club, and I'm an officer in Shakespeare club.
Terrific. Finally, Anna. Anna, you play on the volleyball team. Tell everyone at home a little bit more about Anna.
I also am on the track and field team, and I'm the president of Students Against Destructive Decisions. I would also like to thank our moderator alternates and NewsChannel5 for hosting us.
Okay, St. Joseph Academy, after a very strong opening round, let's see if you guys can continue this. Hidden in this phrase is what word used in geometry to refer to a line that touches a circle at only 1 point?
Tangent.
Tangent is right. Which of these words best describes a party that is lavish?
Extravagant.
Yes, you'll have a moral victory if you can rearrange these letters to name one Italian traveler who visited the court of Kublai Khan in the 13th century.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo, correct. These definitions fit what two short words that sound alike spelled differently?
Lie.
Lie is right. Arrange these three geometric figures in order of the number of their sides, starting with the fewest.
Parallelogram, hexagon, decagon.
That's correct. 25 bonus points possible here, St. Joseph Academy. To complete this quote from one businessman, add what type of reference book, such as the first one created by Noah Webster?
Dictionary.
25 bonus points! For St. Joseph Academy. Ladies, well done. All right, Team 2 tonight is Woodridge. Woodridge is a comprehensive public school located in the heart of the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. Nationally, U.S. News and World Report has rated Woodridge as one of the top high schools, receiving a bronze rating in 2014. Its 700 students are offered a wide selection of AP and honors classes, plus a wide variety of athletic and co-curricular activities. The school also provides engineering, technology, college tech prep, initiatives, and career training programs. Tyler is the captain of Woodridge. Tyler, you're in the National Honor Society. Tell us more.
Yeah, in addition to that, I'm also on the varsity tennis team.
All right, very good. Over to Emma. Emma, you're in the Latin Club. You're the president of it. Tell us more.
I also run cross country, and I'm a member of NHS.
All right, Emma, over to Seth. Seth, you run cross country.
Yes, I'm also a member of National Honor Society.
All right, very good. Emma, Tyler, Seth, Woodridge, these questions only for you. Instead of looking for the Amir, see if you can find here what word for the colorful part of the eye, which regulates the size of the pupil.
Iris.
Iris is right. A person who is very poor can be best described by which of these?
Indignant.
That is correct. Rearrange the letters here in this phrase. You'll name what economic revolution that began in England and led to the establishment of many new factories.
Industrial.
Industrial revolution, correct. Here you have definitions of what two words that are pronounced the same but spelled differently.
Heel.
Heel is right. These three 19th century events did not take place in this order. Arrange them chronologically.
John Brown's raid, the Louisiana Purchase, and Reconstruction.
Now Louisiana Purchase, John Brown, then the Reconstruction there. To complete this phrase from poet Emily Dickinson, you must insert what organ of the body that contains auricles and ventricles.
Heart.
The heart is right. Well done, Woodridge. All right, finally tonight, Notre Dame-Cathedral Latin, situated on a scenic 500-acre campus in Geauga County. Notre Dame-Cathedral Latin enrolls 700 students from 6 counties throughout northeastern Ohio. Offering a college prep curriculum and sponsored by the Sisters of Notre Dame, students have the opportunity to participate in a wide range of clubs from mock trial, robotics, academic decathlon, science olympiad, drama and band, along with 32 varsity teams. Alec is the captain of Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. Alec plays lacrosse.
I do. I'm also in the band, and I'm the head of the AB crew.
All right, very good. Over to Colin. Colin, you play soccer. Tell us more about Colin.
Yeah, I also play basketball and lacrosse.
All right, very good. Over to Ben. Ben, cross country.
Yes, and I'm also the captain of the Science Olympiad team.
All right, very good. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. Gentlemen, these questions just for you. Let's start. Hidden within this sentence is the name of what inert gas present in small amounts in our atmosphere?
Argon.
Argon is right. A person who is cantankerous, best described by which of these?
Disagreeable.
Disagreeable is right. You can rearrange the letters in Tin Room to name what Civil War ironclad ship that battled the Merrimack? Battle of the Merrimack. Let's have a guess.
Iron Tom.
Oh, nice guess though. I like it. Monitor. These definitions fit what two words that sound alike spelled differently?
Carrot.
Carrot is right. These, or I should say there, are 3 rights granted by 3 constitutional amendments. Arrange them chronologically, beginning with the earliest.
Trial by jury, end of slavery, women's suffrage.
Yes, well done. This statement by Gerald Ford, made before he became president, can be completed by adding the name of what bird that indicates the highest rank in scouting?
Eagle.
Eagle.
Eagle Scout. Well done, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. All right, solid round. That's the end of it. We'll be back for Q&A after this. Stay close.
I'm Lauren Miller of Wickert Insurance, a Westfield partner. bringing you the Sharing Knowledge Building Trust Question of the Week. True or false? Your personal property is covered anywhere in the world.
For the answer and a chance to win a Kindle, visit westfieldinsurance.com/academic challenge.
Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Great crowd we have tonight, East 30th in Euclid. Before we begin our next round, let's recap so far tonight. Third place, 200 points, Woodridge. Second place, 230, Notre Dame-Cathedral Latin. So far in the lead tonight, hot start for the ladies of St. Joseph Academy. They have 315. Again, very early though here. It is time now for the picture perfect round. Each correct answer, 10 points. But a wrong or no answer will cost 10 points. All three teams are playing here, so hands on your buzzers, eyes on the monitor. Here we go. These are members of Queen Elizabeth's Royal Guards who protect what London Palace, home to the Queen? St. Joseph.
Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham is right. Choice in 1834. Artist George Catlin painted a village of what Plains Indians? Seminole? Notre Dame?
Cherokee.
A Comanche or Iroquois. Comanche is the right answer there. This old painting shows people harvesting rice on Bali, one of the many islands that make up what archipelago country, St. Joseph?
Indonesia.
Indonesia is right. What is the length of the diagonal of this rectangle? Sides are 6 and 8. Notre Dame.
10.
10 is correct, although the species name is Latin. This butterfly is popularly given what name, which suggests a king or queen? Notre Dame.
Monarch.
Monarch is right. Renoir, who painted this work, was associated with what I-initialed group of 19th century French painters noted by St. Joseph?
Impressionists.
That is correct. This is the Santa Catalina Convent, built over 400 years ago in what South American country? Once the center of the Inca Empire. Woodridge.
Peru.
Peru is right. In this issue of Cleveland Magazine, we are told about the Caribou House, the first African-American theater in the country, known for debuting many works by this African-American author, poet, and playwright. You guys know this one? Yeah, Notre Dame.
Langston Hughes.
Langston Hughes is right. Well done there, and that does it for the Picture Perfect round. We'll be back. Tightening match. More Q&A after this. Let's welcome our team advisors tonight from Notre Dame-Cathedral Latin, Stacey Grant and Sheila Morgan. From St. Joseph Academy, Megan Fowler. And from Woodridge, Katie Arbogast. Time to get back underway now. Hot picks. One at a time. I'll ask each team 8 questions. The correct responses were 20 points. No penalty here for a wrong answer. Any team answering all 8 questions correctly will receive those 25 bonus points. First up, team number 1, St. Joseph Academy. To pick your questions, we go over to Tyler from Woodridge. Tyler, 1, 2, 3, or 4 for St. Joseph Academy.
Number 1.
Envelope number 1. Ladies, these questions only for you. Let's start. In our defense, a book co-authored by the daughter of John F. Kennedy is a study of what first 10 amendments to the Constitution?
Bill of Rights.
That is right. Among other things, Benjamin Franklin charted what warm ocean current that begins near the Bahamas and flows into the North Atlantic?
Caribbean Sea.
Ooh, the Gulf Stream. The Pacific Northwest was the destination of pioneers traveling on what frontier trail, named for the territory which later became a state?
Oregon Trail.
That is right. A tincture is a solution which will always have which of these as its solvent?
Ether.
Alcohol. The Cave of 1,000 Buddhas is a religious shrine in what large Asian desert stretches from Mongolia to northern China?
The Gobi Desert.
Gobi is right. To make up for the lack of income from his unsuccessful medical practice, Arthur Conan Doyle wrote a series of stories featuring what British detective?
Sherlock Holmes.
That is right. To the monitor your math question, please perform the indicated operation.
9.
9 is right. The land of the long white cloud was a 19th century nickname for what southern hemisphere country where Wellington is now the capital city?
New Zealand.
New Zealand is right. Well done, St. Joseph Academy. Couple of tricky ones there, but good job. All right, team 2 is Woodridge. We go over to Alec from Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. Alec, 2, 3, or 4?
Let's go with 3.
Envelope number 3 for Woodridge. Again, these questions only for you. No need to buzz in. You won't find the Sandwich Islands on a modern map, as that was an old name for what group of Pacific Islands? Now a U.S. state.
Hawaii.
Hawaii is right. During the period of the Han Dynasty, Chinese merchants began traveling along a route named for what soft fiber spun by so-called worms?
Silk.
Silk is right. The ancient Egyptians claimed their gods had bones made of what precious metal? Symbol is Ag.
Silver.
Silver is right. To the Monitor Your Science question. When a Bunsen flame is held under a cold, dry surface, droplets of water collecting on that surface are an indication that the fuel contains which of these?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen is right. The first American killed in the American Revolution is sometimes said to be Crispus Attucks, a runaway slave shot during what 1770 clash between colonists and British soldiers?
Boston Massacre.
Boston Massacre is right. Petruchio, hero of Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew, is from what same Italian city named in the title that begins Two Gentlemen of
Venice.
Verona? To the Monitor Your Math question. Simplify this expression here.
1/3.
No, the answer is 3. The 1803 Supreme Court ruling establishing judicial review resulted from a lawsuit brought against Secretary of State Madison by what plaintiff?
Marbury.
Marbury is right. William Marbury. Well done, Woodridge. All right, rounding out Notre Dame-Cathedral Latin, we go back over to our friend Carrie. Carrie, St. Joseph Academy, 2 or 4 for the gentleman of NDCL.
2.
Envelope number 2, trying to become our first 25-point bonus winner here in this round. Guys, here we go. Lake Arthur and Lake Edmund, north of Pittsburgh, were formed thousands of years ago by what huge masses of slow-moving ice?
Glaciers.
Is right. If you were to eat key lime pie, where it was originally introduced, you'd visit what state? Southernmost point is Key West.
Florida.
Florida is right. Internet service been available to the classical gods. They might have not needed the services of what messenger god with winged sandals?
Hermes.
Hermes or Mercury, correct. To the Monitor Your Science question, which of these devices was used by Madame Curie to detect the presence of radioactive material?
Geiger counter.
Electroscope. Believing that sports could teach moral lessons, what 16th century German leader of the Protestant Reformation had a bowling alley at his home? You guys know this? Leader of the Protestant Reformation? Take a guess.
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther is right. Among the books that George Washington owned is what Cervantes novel about a noble but delusional Spaniard?
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote is correct. To the Monitor Your Math question, solve for X. X equals, need an answer here, guys.
4.
X equals 4, right. In 1841, what vice president served only 31 days in office before he succeeded William Henry Harrison and became our 10th president? Tenth president was, you guys have a guess?
Pierce.
No, John Tyler. Well done, Notre Dame-Cathedral Latin, and that does it for that round. Things are tightening up just a bit. We have our grab back round coming up after this. Stay close.
For complete information about everything academic, visit us online at newsnet5.com/academic-challenge.
Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Before we continue, let's recap the score so far tonight. Third place, 330 points, Woodridge. Second place, 370, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. And in the lead tonight, 465, St. Joseph Academy. Now it is time for the grab bag round. This is a free-for-all. Each correct answer is worth 20 points, but a team will lose 20 points for a wrong or no answer. Also here, some visual questions. Those are worth 30 points, but again, an incorrect answer there, you'll lose 30 points. Again, this is for all 3 teams. So hands on your buzzers. Our grab bag round begins now. In his pastoral symphony, Beethoven portrays a nightingale's song by means of what small wind instrument pitched higher than a flute? Woodridge.
Piccolo.
Is right. One of the places adversely affected by global warming is what Massachusetts pond associated with Thoreau? St. Joseph.
Walden.
Walden is right. Political cartoonists admire the famous colonial drawing showing what disjointed reptile with the caption, "Join or die." Woodridge.
Snake.
That's right. To the Monitor. Volcanic activity created this crater many years ago in what African country where Kampala is the capital? Woodridge.
Uganda.
Is right. Lewis Carroll got such a good response from Alice in Wonderland that he wrote what other book as its sequel? St. Joseph.
Through the Looking Glass.
That is correct. Express as a terminating decimal the fraction 3/25. 3/25 is Notre Dame.
Point 12.
Point 12 is right. You might want bright daylight when you read Just Before Sunset, a collection of chilling stories by what master of horror writing? Notre Dame.
Stephen King.
That is right. To the Monitor. This view is expressed by what French artist whose paintings of Tahiti provide some of his best work? St. Joseph.
Gauguin.
That's right. A ship named Defiance was the last vessel commanded by what 16th century English sea dog, whose best known ship was the Golden Hind? Anybody have a guess on this one? Sir Francis Drake. Choice. Machines that convert electrical energy into mechanical energy are electric motors, electric generators, or gasometers.
Motors.
Electric motors, correct. What 19th century German archaeologist used his large fortune to help finance his successful search for the site of ancient Troy? Anybody have a guess on this one? Heinrich Schliemann. To the Monitor. These beautiful crystals are rhodanthrosite, a mineral which is mainly a carbonate of what element whose symbol is Mn? Woodridge.
Manganese.
That is correct. During the first 25 years of our republic, only 4 different men held what cabinet post now held by Jack Lew? We have a guess here. Jack Lew, Secretary of the Treasury. Back in 1660, people in England paid almost $50 a pound for what beverage leaves imported from India and Sri Lanka? St. Joseph.
Tea.
Tea is right. Should you flip a nickel issued in 1938, you turn up a likeness of Jefferson on one side and what Virginia home of his other on the other? Woodridge.
Monticello.
That is correct. When you use the letter P, how many times when you spell the word hippopotamus? Woodridge?
3.
3 is right. Launched in 1959, the first weather station in space had what V initialed name, suggesting a military unit in advance of the main army? The answer there is Vanguard. Let's take a look at our final standings tonight. In third place, 410 points, Notre Dame-Cathedral Latin. In second place, 470 Woodridge. And our winner tonight going into third place on our leaderboard, 575 St. Joseph Academy. Congratulations. Hey, join us next week. We'll feature teams from Berea Mid-Park, Cleveland Heights, and Euclid. I'm Jason Nicholas. We'll see you next week for another edition of Academic Challenge. Good night, everybody.
Academic Challenge has been brought to you by Westfield Insurance.